Your name and what the Lord has done for you.
Good evening, Koinonia. My name is Osayatino Sazwa, and I'm grateful to God that I'm here this evening to share my testimony. I'm reminded that it was a miracle service as such in 2023. I think 3 months after I started attending Koinonia, I was healed of GERD, gastrointestinal reflux disease, that I had experienced for the past 10 years. Now, I no longer have to use PPIs every day, and I can eat correctly now. I bless the name of the Lord for that. My second testimony is also as I began to attend Koinonia, I got delivered from the spirit of fear. I got into opportunities real early in my life. I think around 18, 19, I had already started doing some things with myself. I learned how to do business plans and all of that. But I only knew success. Nobody told me that sometimes you could also fail. So when I failed, I didn't know how to handle the failure. So after that, I became fearful that I couldn't do anything for the past 5 years. People would come to me with ideas, okay, can you do this? And for fear, I would chicken out, I wouldn't do it. So when I came here, on the last service in Koinonia in December, Apostle asked us to come with a seed. And from fear, it metamorphosed into voices. I started thinking of that, trying to kill myself and all of that. So in December, when I came for that meeting, I came with a seed because I wanted God to open certain doors. So I was strategic. I came with it in USD. I said, God, I wanted certain doors to open, nations of the earth. I was speaking to the seed. So I came very broken because I had come to the end of me. Every day I slept sad and I woke up sad. But people always see me smiling, but they didn't know I was dealing with a lot. So after that prayer, I noticed in January, I became a happier person. In February, I was happy. I'll go to bed happy and wake up happy. And I also bless the name of the Lord for KSOM 2024. I bless the name of the Lord. My prayer life got deepened. My work with the Spirit of God, I saw myself praying for 4 hours nonstop, and it wasn't me, my word study and all of that. Then the recent testimony is with my father. Just some weeks ago, I was called that my father was ill. Said from cold and catarrh. Next thing, they said they were rushing him to the hospital. What's happening? They got to the hospital and said the problem was with his kidneys. I remember coming to meet my HOD and I said, HOD, this is what is happening. Before then, the first one that happened was my stepmother. Her body started peeling for no reason, and she was rotting while she was still alive. So I met my HOD, he prayed with me. While my stepmom was recovering, my father started. And they took him to the hospital. Next thing, he couldn't talk anymore. His words were slurred. He didn't know where he was. He couldn't even remember anything. So I had the opportunity as well to meet with Daddy, and I told him this is what is happening. At that time, my father was already in coma. They didn't even tell me that he was in coma. And so when I met Daddy, he prayed with me. He held me and he comforted me and he said, God, show this family mercy. As simple as that prayer sounded, I took it with me and I went home and I continued praying. So waiting for the testimony, I kept praying. Then on Sunday, I came to church. Now, by Monday, they were like, he has not eaten for days, so they had to put like something so he can eat. So on Monday, so Apostle prayed with me on Saturday. On Monday, my sister called me by 3 p.m. and said, Daddy just woke up and sat down and said, give me food.
Church, are you celebrating the Lord?
So Daddy just woke up and said, give me food. So after they gave him food, he was still trying to collect where he was. He wasn't quite sure where he was. And on Sunday, I came to church. And if you can remember, when Daddy was making declarations, he spoke specifically about the spirit of death and he rebuked it. And that was a victory note for me, knowing that God had finished it. I knew that. So from that day, when people ask me, how's your father? I say, God is perfecting him. I said, no, God has perfected him. And I went ahead to write it down. I said, on Saturday, my father is going to leave the hospital. And I'm going to come to church on Sunday to give God thanks. And on Thursday, I called my stepmom and she said, oh, your father is going to be discharged on Friday. And brethren, I spoke to my father on Friday and he knew me. He knew that I was his child. He was excited because the devil really played with my mind. This was the same way my mom died. She couldn't remember things and she went. But I thank God for my life. I thank God for my family. My father is alive. He's well. I just want to thank God for everything. I thank Him for ordering my footsteps to Koinonia, because my life has tremendously changed. Thank you very much.
Can we join this family in celebrating the Lord? Can we lift our voices, lift our hands, lift our eyes to the great I am, and bless the name of the Lord?